Today we're talking about perhaps one of the most real forms of the supernatural, the Jinn. When people speak of the supernatural, most will mention ghosts, demons, or cursed spirits. Yet, in the Middle East, North Africa, and South Asia, there exists another kind of being, the Jinn. These creatures are said to live alongside us, unseen, yet capable of changing lives in ways that feel both terrifying and strangely believable. The word jinn comes from Arabic, meaning to hide or to conceal. They first appear in ancient pre-Islamic folklore, but later Islamic teachings describe them as being created by God from smokeless fire. The Quran itself mentions them in several chapters, most directly in Surah Al-Jinn, where they are described as intelligent beings with free will, living in parallel with humans. They can believe or disbelieve, act with kindness or commit harm. This makes them unique. Neither angels who are always good and innocent, or devils who are always corrupt. But this is different. This is something disturbingly human-like. Jinn are said to dwell in ruins, deserts, caves, and abandoned houses. They are believed to shape-shift into animals like cats, dogs, snakes, or even human forms. Yet, according to stories, their eyes or voices often reveal their inhuman nature, glowing or echoing with a strange hollow tone. Unlike ghosts, jinn are not tied to death. They are independent, with entire societies and even kingdoms. Some traditions say they eat, marry, and have children, living unseen beside us. Others believe they influence human life directly, whispering into minds, causing illnesses, or luring people into dangerous paths. Across the Islamic world, countless accounts exist. In Saudi Arabia, families abandoned homes, convinced that whispers and footsteps belong to jinn. In Oman, fishermen describe voices at sea, leading them into storms. In South Asia, there are so many cases of possession, like where victims speak unknown languages, or their voices become deep and distorted, while skeptics link these to mental illness, sleep paralysis, or mass hysteria. Believers argue that such explanations cannot cover collective encounters or centuries of consistent testimony. The line between folklore and lived reality remains blurry. Islamic tradition teaches specific ways to seek protection, reciting verses from the Quran, especially Ayatul Kursi from Surah Al-Baqarah, is widely believed to drive away jinn. Surah Al-Falaq and Surah An-Nas are also recited as shields against unseen forces. In daily life, many avoid actions thought to anger jinn, pouring hot water outdoors without warning, whistling at night, or entering lonely ruins without prayer. Folk costumes include burning incense or wearing protective charms. These practices reflect a deep cultural belief that respect and caution are the only safe path. Jinn lore persists because it feels both mythic and rational. Unlike vampires or werewolves, they are rooted in scripture, not just legend. For believers, their existence is unquestionable. For others, the stories remain haunting enough to resist dismissal. Parents still warn children not to stay outside after sunset. The Djinn will find you. The idea of intelligent, invisible beings sharing our world unsettles the mind. If they exist, then every shadowed room, every desert night, every whisper of wind might not be empty at all. The Djinn are perhaps one of the most enduring forms of supernatural belief. They are at once folklore, faith, and fear. Whether taken as metaphor, cultural lesson, or literal reality, their presence continues to haunt human imagination. And in the silence of night, one question lingers. What if they are still here, listening?